In this video, I am going to tell you why you should stay away from this hot, steamy pile of garbage called the Magsafe Duo Charger. Yeah, I had to read it because I don't want to remember it. So let's go ahead and tear into the box right here. What do you get? Whoa, that was not right. Let's flip that around there. Let's tell you what you get with this thing, which in the honesty, it isn't really all that much. That was uneventful, but here it is. Can this thing open up any slower? Let's try this again. Here it is, the Magsafe Duo Charger. And first glance, picking it up, definitely has some nice weight to it. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, this almost seems like something that you would take with you. Like, this would be a battery in here, all wireless, you know, like you don't have to plug it in anywhere to have it charge. That's what I immediately think. I mean, look how nice and compact that is. But of course you have to plug it in. And there are a couple different things with this, and with everything Apple being Apple, you want to take a look and see what you get inside. Of course, you've got the USB-C to USB Lightning. I'm sorry, USB-C to Lightning. I guess, is this Lightning in here? Really? That's your... Never mind. I thought it was USB-C. I clearly didn't pay attention to what they or anyone else was saying. So, you get your stickers, your info, blah, blah, blah. Yes, like most accessories, you don't really get a plug with a lot of things these days, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So, here is the Magsafe Duo Charger. And like I said, it definitely feels like it should be a travel piece and not something that you necessarily use at home. Now, you have your little sticker here, which I probably should have done the... Oh well. You can't get them all. Now this is something that I think is pretty cool. This will actually sit up for your watch. So what you can do, take your watch and magnetize it there, which I like for my bedside. This is where I would... Bedside, that sounds like I'm 90 years old. This is next to my bed, and I like that because it sits up and I can see the time. I think that's pretty cool. It reads it on there. Now, it's not plugged in, so, you know, it is what it is, but let me plug it in. I'll be right back. Okay, so now we got this plugged in. Here's my one deal with this. You have this flat. You can't, I mean, I guess you could, but there are chances that that could fall off while you're trying to set that up. So most likely you're gonna wanna have it like that if you have a band like this, so you gotta be careful. Now when it comes to the iPhone, I've got the 12 Pro Max here. You drop that on there, of course it is going to, see that kind of pull it in there a little bit? Boom, it starts charging, and you're ready to go. So I wanna try this out and see how this charges and see what's doing. For you, it's a transition. For me, it's a few hours, maybe a day. So just transition, now.
3 days later.
This is gonna be good. All right, let's do this. So this really does feel like to me that it would make a great travel companion. Then I thought, let's see if I can use an external battery, plug it into that, and then use it. I mean, I have batteries that can charge the MacBook Pro. Why wouldn't this work? Right? Right? Well, the easy answer is no. Of course, me being me, I had to try all my chargers, and I found it only worked half the time. Now, the Zendor brick that I had is a 96 watt charger, and it does charge the phone, but not the watch. Now, I had to fidget with it even to get the phone to charge. I thought it wasn't working at first, and then boom, it clicked on. And it charged okay, probably at the maximum wattage it allows, which I'll talk about in a moment. So my guess is it's probably not a viable option, and probably not too good for the charger to put a 96 watt charger in something that tries to limit it to its max of 14 watts. So, I don't know. But anyway, what do you use to charge your phone right now? Go ahead and leave a comment down below. So overall, the design is mediocre at best. It turns out the cord that comes with it isn't long enough to use next to my bed like I wanted. Also, it's not very grippy at the bottom, so it easily slides around. Maybe a longer cable would help with this, But again, if you have to reach the cable, it isn't ideal, and you're probably going to end up fighting with the cord, pulling this off the table, especially if you have it on a small table. So if you don't have a case on your phone or you use a Magsafe approved charger, when you put this on here, the magnets do start grabbing it. Like here, I feel like it's actually attached, but you see it actually hasn't started charging. So it doesn't always grab where it's supposed to when it comes to charging. Now, especially since the radius is really small on this, like a charging pad might have more than one of these, so you'll actually know that it'll grab it from more than one source. Now, I can see people throwing their phones on there and not realizing that it hasn't charged, but the magnets do grab it. So again, you throw your phone on there and it's not charging. For me, that might be a deal breaker. Now, when it does make that connection, it is really strong. I mean, this does not move around. So if you're someone that likes to have it nice and lined up, you're gonna need to grab this with more than one hand to keep that lined up, especially if you've got like a watch over here and you wanna use it, you're gonna have to basically hold this bottom. So that's that. Now, having a case on your phone that isn't MagSafe friendly isn't any better, because when you put it on, first off, you have no magnet pulling where you're at, and you're going to have to figure out, boom, where it is to actually find out. Now, there is a little bit of a pull with a magnet on this case, but all of them are not that way. And again, you need to sit there and you need to find it, and if it doesn't go and you're not lined up right, you're just gonna have to try to figure it out. Forget lying in bed and grabbing your phone to look at something and then having to put it back while you're lying in your bed. Not gonna happen. Now, of course, to take the phone off with no case or a MagSafe case on it, you're gonna actually have to hold the base down, because if you don't, you're gonna pick it up with you, and nobody wants that. Again, just a big meh on the design. Look, when it works fine. Of course, charging isn't super fast either, but to be honest, if you want fast charging, just go ahead and plug your phone in. Me personally, I'm gonna be using this overnight or while working at my desk, so I don't have to necessarily worry about it charging fast. Now, there is one very important thing to understand. Just because you're using a 20, 30, or even a higher watt charger, there are limits set to this unit on what it will allow. For example, the 20 watt plug that I'm using right now will only charge the phone at about 11 watts. Now, the watch part itself doesn't need all that much, uses about a watt or two to charge it, so that's not gonna be a problem on that side. Now, a larger 30 watt brick from Apple, which of course costs more money, does charge the phone a little bit faster at 14 watts. So just because you use a larger brick wattage, it's still always going to be limited to about 13 or 14 watts for the phone. Zollotech does an amazing job testing out the limits of bricks to set when it's plugged into the Duo. I'm going to go ahead and link his video up top, as well as down below. You can check it out after you're done watching my video. Look, there's still a use for this. It's got a great minimal design. Look, if you don't want to charge two things at once, you can close this up. It will magnetize on the back, and you can go ahead and charge one item on there, and boom, it takes up no space if you don't have the space. Hence why I said earlier it would make a good travel charger. Now, if you want to look at your phone while it's charging, you can simply pick this up. It's on the back here. You've got your cord, which you can put at the top or the bottom or the side. And with this folded up, you can use it, you can look at it, but let's be honest, at this point, you just may as well plug it in and use a longer cord. So is this worth 129 bucks? Absolutely not. If someone wants to buy this for you, it's an okay charger. I mean, it charges, it's wireless, it's nice to charge more than one thing if you've got a watch or a phone. However, there are a ton of better options out there for a lot less money. So I'll go ahead and leave a link for a few of them down below to my Amazon if you want to check them out. If you see one that you like and I get enough comments and people wanted me to try them out, I'll pick a few up. I'll go ahead and do a video. So leave a comment down below if you see one that you like. In the meantime, go ahead and check out my playlist of all things Apple. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.